Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park. Happy Saturday. We've reached the weekend, and while weekends at the end of May and rolling into June are usually hopping here at Woodbine Mohawk Park from day to night, right now, obviously, we're staying pretty busy during the mornings as we work towards the resumption of live racing. This is the third consecutive day of qualifiers here in Campbellville, and today it'll be busy just like the past 2 days. We've got 15 qualifiers on tap. My name is Mark McKelvey, set to take you through today's qualifying action, and we're going to be dealing primarily and strictly, I should say, with older pacers. It'll be 4-year-olds and up. A lot of your favorite weekly warriors, the horses that you'd see here week in and week out, getting many starts in throughout the calendar year. So there'll be a lot of familiar names, and good to see them back in action. As like I said, we're all chomping at the bit to get back at it under the lights with live racing, and it looks like we are getting much closer to that return date. Time to take a look at the conditions on this Saturday morning. Much different than yesterday. We've had various conditions over the last 3 days, really nothing similar from Thursday, Friday to Saturday. Yesterday we saw quite a bit of rain, but today it's obviously a much drier, as you can see out there. The wind's still going to be pushing them home a little bit as you get a look at the flags. We are dealing with temperatures around plus 10. They might creep up to plus 13 before we are all done today, but we're dealing with pretty cool temperatures, I'd say, for this time of the year. But like I said, no rain, so everybody will take that. That makes things a lot better, and we should be dealing with a track that I would say will be in at least good condition, might even be fast. We'll find out as we get things rolling. As we did the last couple of days, we'll continue to do it today. We will show you the fields for all 15 qualifiers. We will update the changes as they come in. You can expect there will be some driver changes and some scratches, I'm sure, will pop up as we go along. So we'll do our best to pass those along in a timely manner. We'll introduce the fields. We'll take you through today's action. As I said, 15 qualifiers in total. The first qualifier scheduled for 9:30 a.m., so we're just a couple minutes away. Got my eyes down on the paddock, and I can see the first horse now making his way out onto the track. So it's almost time to get down to business. Enjoy today's action, and don't forget to go to woodbinemohawkpark.com. Under our Horse People section, you'll be able to find the program proofs for today's qualifiers. Almost set to get things going on this Saturday morning here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. No scratches here for qualifier number 1. It will be that field of 8 as listed. Few driver notes. Note that Chris Christopher goes with number 3 Going Fast, Larry Small behind number 5 Play Jet Ray, and Carol Voyer behind number 8 Jaden's Place. Starting gate beginning to move into position. As I mentioned, it is older pacers today. So for our first qualifier, let's meet the field. Number 1 is West Lucky Tear, gelded son, 6-year-old gelded son of Camluck. Frank Baker Jr., the trainer. Tyler Borth will drive. 2 is Truffle Dog, a 4-year-old. Trainer driver Sean Stacy. 3 Going Fast. It'll be Chris Christopher for trainer Alan Fair behind this 4-year-old gelding. 5 is Golden the Badlands, a 6-year-old gelding with Louis-Philippe Waugh for trainer Richard Moreau. 5 Play Jet Ray. It's Larry Small driving the 6-year-old gelding for trainer Julie Robinson. 6 is Outlaw Ace of Spades, a 5-year-old gelding. Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen. 7, Mr. Kelly. Des DeCour for trainer Kyle Fellows. This is a 4-year-old gelding. And number 8 is Jaden's Place. Carol Voyer for trainer Richard Moreau, an 8-year-old gelding. Starting 8 picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. And Mr. Kelly is engaged early, blasting from the outside, looking to cross over in front of his rivals for the early lead. West Lucky Tear gets away second, and then in third, that is Truffle Dog. Getting away fourth is Golden the Badlands, followed fifth by Play Jet Ray. Next in line is Going Fast, then to Outlaw Ace of Spades, and the trailer is Jaden's Place. They're coming to the opening quarter, 3-length advantage here for Mr. Kelly, and it's a snappy opening quarter of 27-1. So Mr. Kelly was ready to roll, and as they swing into the backstretch, leads it by a pair. Right there in second is West Lucky Tear. Then we got a break of 5 lengths going back to Truffle Dog, who races in third. Fourth is Golden the Badlands, as 3/8 of the mile is now complete. Play Jet Ray follows from in fifth. Right behind that one is Going Fast, with the final pair being Outlaw Ace of Spades and Jaden's Place. They're coming up to the half. They're going into a bit of a wind, not as stiff as yesterday. The half is on the board in 58 seconds flat, so 30-4 after the big opening quarter, and the leader continues to be Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, last time we saw him, competed in the Valedictory Series final. This 4-year-old is leading it by nearly 2 lengths. 5/8 now complete. West Lucky Tear remains in second under quite a hold from Borth. Here on the outside, now advancing and driving up into third is Play Jet Ray. Inside fourth is Truffle Dog, then 2 lengths back to Golden the Badlands. At the rail, Going Fast, swinging to the outside, Outlaw Ace of Spades is 3 wide off the turn, and the trailer is Jaden's Place, 3/4, 127-3. So they're into the stretch, and it's Mr. Kelly looking to complete the front end mission. Mr. Kelly on top, but here on the outside, Play Jet Ray wearing that one down and takes a short advantage. It's Play Jet Ray now getting the lead. Mr. Kelly is in second. Truffle Dog is in third. West Lucky Tear inside fourth, and Going Fast coming on looking to gain a spot at the line. But here in deep stretch, this is Play Jet Ray to take it over Mr. Kelly and Truffle Dog, 155 flat. There's a look at the order of finish from qualifier number 1. West Lucky Tear was 4th, Truffle Dog 3rd, Going Fast 5th, Gold in the Badlands 7th, Playjet Ray the winner. Outlaw Ace of Spades was 6th, Mr. Kelly 2nd, and Jaden's place was 8th. Time of the mile was 1:55 flat. We'll continue to post those order of finish following the completion of each and every qualifier here this morning, so look for those on your screens. Getting set for qualifier number 2. Several driver changes to pass along. Number 1, Opportune Hanover. It'll be Larry Small. Number 5, Beyond Better, Austin Sorry. 6, Real Surreal. If you do have the program pages printed out in front of you, it'll be Chris Christoforou. 7 is Lions Johnny Jr. It'll be Scott Young. And number 8, Raise Credit, will be Jonathan Drury. Here for the second qualifier, we have no scratches. It'll be the field of 8 as programmed. The field, let's meet it right now. Number 1 is Opportune Hanover. Larry Small drives for trainer Julie Robinson behind this 4-year-old gelding. 2 is White Cookie, a 4-year-old gelding, driven by Louis-Philippe Waugh for trainer Tony O'Sullivan. 3, Big Bang Boom, a 8-year-old gelding, Gino Toscani for trainer Herb Holland. 4 is Hervey Hanover, 5-year-old gelding, Rachel Andrew trains, Travis Cullen will drive. 5 is Beyond Better, a 4-year-old gelding with Austin Sorry for Bob McIntosh. 6 is Real Surreal. This is a 6-year-old gelding. Chris Christoforou goes with this one for Richard Moreau. 7 is Lions Johnny Jr. It'll be Scott Young driving the 5-year-old gelding for trainer Tony Beaton. And number 8, Raise Credit. It'll be Jonathan Drury driving this 5-year-old gelding for trainer Richard Moreau. Starting gate approaching the top of the stretch. It's a field of 8 for qualifier number 2. Age pacers are lined up, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Big Bang Boom out to the top in the early going. Real Surreal is hustling out of there. At the inside, it's Opportune Hanover, and from the outside, looks like Raise Credit's going to look to settle in 4th. That'll be in front of Hervey Hanover, gets away 5th. 6th is Beyond Better. Then we go to White Cookie and the trailers, Lions Johnny Jr. They're into the first turn, and everybody is now situated along the cones, and they are following Big Bang Boom and Gino Toscani as the 8-year-old takes them past the half. Or I should say the opening quarter, in 28-4. Now we'll look to lead them up to the half. Will Big Bang Boom, a 20-time winner with a mark of 149-2. Won't be the leader at the half, though, because Real Surreal and Chris Christoforou are going to circle around here at 3/8. So Real Surreal moves up to the top, 1 for 2 this season. A 13-time winner, Real Surreal is the leader. Big Bang Boom in second. Break of 2 then to Opportune Hanover, followed by Raise Credit. Inside is Hervey Hanover, and Beyond Better now looks to get underway. Following that one will be White Cookie on the outside, and staying inside is Lions Johnny Jr. The half was 58-3. As they enter the far turn, it's still Real Surreal, the leader. Made that second quarter move to the top. About to get some company because here comes Opportune Hanover driving first up and coming quickly right up to the leader's wheel. Big Bang Boom is now inside 3rd. Beyond Better following the cover second over. Gets a little steppy and goes off stride. Beyond Better makes a break there at 3/4. That might have impacted White Cookie a little bit in behind, and sliding out was Raise Credit. They're into the stretch off 3/4 in 128-1. It is Real Surreal, the leader. Here on the outside is Opportune Hanover looking to get up on even terms, but still a length and a half away. As it is, Real Surreal looking good here in the final 16th. Christoforou calls on him late, and Real Surreal will close this one out. Opportune Hanover was second. Third goes to Big Bang Boom. White Cookie got up for 4th, 155-3. Up next, qualifier number 3. No scratches here, but some driver changes to pass along. 2, Nirvana Sealster. It'll be Tyler Borth. Number 4, So Much Better, Jonathan Drury. Number 5, Real Willie, Chris Christoforou. And number 7, on cruise control, will be Ryan DeRoche. Starting gate will be moving in just a moment. Let's meet the field. Number 1 is Mission 3. 6-year-old gelding, trained by Jody Cullen with Travis Cullen. 2 is Nirvana Sealster, Tyler Borth for trainer Bill Budd. This is a 10-year-old. 3 is Mongolian Hero, Louis-Philippe Waugh for trainer Tony O'Sullivan, an 8-year-old. 4, So Much Better, Jonathan Drury goes with this one for Richard Moreau, a 6-year-old gelding. 5, Real Willie, a 6-year-old gelding. It'll be Chris Christoforou for trainer Morrow. 6 is Farmer's Tan. Carol Voyer trains and drives this 5-year-old gelding. 7, On Cruise Control. Ryan DeRoche goes with this one for trainer Mark Goddard, a 7-year-old gelding. And number 8 is Radley Hanover. This 5-year-old gelding will be driven by Drew Neal for trainer Mark Winnicott. Now the wings of the gate will open, and the Pacers have been summoned. They take their positions as we get set for the 3rd of 15. Starting gate reaches the top of the stretch. It's a field of 8 lined up for the 3rd qualifier. Picking up speed, and here they come. They're off and pacing, and from the center it is Real Willie who is hustling away. So too is On Cruise Control. At the inside it's Nirvana Sealster. Settling right behind will be Mongolian Hero, and also slipping back is So Much Better into mid-pack. As we head towards the first turn, Mission 3 got away 6th. 7th is Farmer's Tan, and the early trailer is Radley Hanover. They're into the first turn, and it's Real Willie and Chris Christoforou showing the way. Nirvana Sealster in second as the opening quarter is up on the board in 28 and 1. Pacers will swing into the backstretch. It's a 2-length advantage here for Real Willie. 12-time winner is this 6-year-old gelding with a mark of 50 and 1, being followed in the 2 holes. They get a little jammed up there by Nirvana Sealster as that winner of $1.2 million with a mark of 148. Back for his 10-year-old campaign. He's now relegated to 3rd as Mongolian Hero is driving here and looking to clear the front as they reach the half. Right on Mongolian Hero's back is So Much Better. So plenty of action up to the half here in 58 and 3. New leader is Mongolian Hero. We'll see how long he holds on to the front. So Much Better is on the outside as these two will likely be side by side around the far turn. Racing now 3rd is Real Willie. Then in 4th, Nirvana Sealster. Back in 5th, that is On Cruise Control. To the outside, Farmer's Tan. Inside to Mission 3. And then it is Radley Hanover. So stride for stride goes Mongolian Hero and So Much Better. And these two will race to 3/4 in 1:28 and 1. Already slipping to the outside now is Real Willie. It'll be 3 across as they swing for home. Mongolian Hero on the outside, So Much Better, and Real Willie as the Morrow stablemates try to get by Mongolian Hero. 1/8 of a mile to go, and Real Willie was ready as Real Willie now will surge on by, taking the lead. Mongolian Hero battles in second and tries to come back on. Mongolian Hero is going to make it tight down to the line, but it'll be Real Willie to take it. Mongolian Hero was second. So Much Better was 3rd. Nirvana Sealster 4th. 1:55 and 3. Here's the order to finish from the third qualifier, and in that photo finish, it was Mongolian Hero at the inside who battled back to take it in 1:55 and 3. Mission 3-6, Nirvana Sealster fourth, Mongolian Hero the winner, So Much Better was third, then it was Real Willie second, Farmer's Tan seventh, On Cruise Control fifth, and Radley Hanover was eighth. Mongolian Hero in the photo finish over Real Willie in 1:55 and 3. Getting set for qualifier number 4. Number 2, Pro Beach, will be driven by Jonathan Drury. And number 6, Sweet Diesel, will be driven by Larry Small. Here's the field. 1 is Hale Christian, a 7-year-old trained by Tony O'Sullivan with Chris Christoforou. 2 is Pro Beach. It'll be Jonathan Drury driving this 6-year-old for Richard Moreau. 3, Make Some Ways, Robert Shepard for trainer Ben Hollingsworth. This is a 4-year-old gelding. 4, UF Betters Hanover, Scott Young for trainer Scott West behind this 11-year-old. 5 is American Wiggle, Louis Philippe Waugh behind the 7-year-old for trainer Richard Moreau. 6 is Sweet Diesel, Larry Small drives for trainer Julie Robinson. This is a 5-year-old gelding. 7 is Better Cat, a 5-year-old gelding trained by Mark Goddard with Ryan DeRoche. And number 8 is Brody Scrapper, 10-year-old gelding is trained by Rachel Andrew. Travis Cullen is in the sulky. That's your field of 8 for qualifier number 4. Starting gate is rolling. Starting gate approaching the start, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. We're going to give the first call here to Sweet Diesel, who comes away well for Small. He chases that one a little bit at the inside. Hale Christian gets away real comfortably from the rail, and with good-looking strides will be the early leader. Looks like Sweet Diesel wants to take into the 2-hole. That's going to keep American Wiggle on the outside. He'll now find a 3-hole to drop into, as he's going to settle in front of Pro Beach. Then we go to UF Betters Hanover, who is racing in 5th, followed by Better Cat, and the final 2 Make Some Waves and Brody Scrapper. 28-2 the opening quarter. Hale Christian is the leader, but not for long. Here comes American Wiggle And American Wiggle with a rush will come up from third and now takes the lead as they go by 3/8. Sweet Diesel is racing third. Then in fourth is Pro Beach. 2 lengths break back to UF Better's Hanover, who's tracked by Better Cat. Then a break of 3 or 4 back to Make Some Waves. And Brody Scrapper is eighth. They come to the half. It's American Wiggle. And the 7-year-old is at the midway point in 57 and 2. So American Wiggle, who has a mark of 149 and 2, a 23-time winner with $375,000 made. This 7-year-old and Louis Philippe Wall lead it by 1.5 lengths. Hail Christian, who was up battling at the preferred ranks late last season, is following in second. Break of 2 lengths to Sweet Diesel in third. Fourth is Pro Beach, and then we go back to UF Better's Hanover, coming to the outside, Better Cat, Make Some Waves, and last is Brody Scrapper, 3/4, 126, 28 and 3 in the third quarter. Off the turn and into the stretch, it's American Wiggle. Now here comes Hail Christian out of the 2-hole, and Hail Christian looks to reclaim the lead and will do just that as they come to the 8th pole. It's Hail Christian taking the top spot, American Wiggle in second, and then Sweet Diesel and Pro Beach, they battle it out as they try to gain a couple of spots late here in deep stretch. At the edge of the tote board, it's Hail Christian to take it. Sweet Diesel gets up into second, then it was Pro Beach third, followed by American Wiggle. Time of the mile, 1:54 flat for Hail Christian. Horses stepping out onto the track for the 5th qualifier. Looks like all of them are out there now. We're going to have a couple driver changes. Number 5, Nickel Bag. It'll be Larry Small. And number 8, Mock David. Make the driver Scott Young. It'll be a field of 8 for this 5th qualifier as we approach what would be a third of the way through today's 15-race session. If you're looking to follow along with the program pages, go to our website, woodbinemohawkpark.com. Click the Horse Peoples tab, and then under there you'll be able to find the program proofs for today's qualifiers. If you're following along watching on YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Always great to hear where our racing fans are tuning in from. 5th qualifier going to the gate in just a moment. Let's meet the field. 1 is Premier Joy, a 7-year-old gelding, Ed Hensley for Ashley Hensley. 2 is PL Idaho. This 9-year-old gelding will be handled by Ryan DeRoche for trainer Mark Goddard. 3 is St. Lad's Thriller. It's Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen behind this 5-year-old gelding. 4 is Mockin' a Trick, 7-year-old gelding trained by Richard Moreau with Louis-Philippe Bois. 5 is Nickelbag. The 11-year-old be driven by Larry Small for trainer Julie Robinson. 6 is Priceless Beach. Sean Stacy trains and drives this 5-year-old. 7 is JM Jack of Hearts. 6-year-old trained by Dan Meegans with Jonathan Drury at the controls. And number 8 is Mock David. 5-year-old gelding will be driven by Scott Young for trainer Jeff Thompson. Starting gate to the top of the stretch, it's a field of 8 for qualifier number 5. And they're off and pacing. A few levers here between rivals as PL Idaho's chased out of there and looks to strike the front in the early going. Nickelbag will get away in second. There's Premier Joy from the rail holding ground third. St. Lad's Thriller slips over to the pylons and doing the exact same as JM Jack of Hearts, who will settle in 5th in front of Priceless Beach 6th as they go into the first turn. Mock David is 7th, and the trailer is Mockin' a Trick. So it's PL Idaho through an opening quarter of 27 and 4. They'll march into the backstretch. It's a 2-length advantage here for PL Idaho, and this 9-year-old, a 28-time winner, is on top for Ryan DeRoche. Racing second is Nickelbag. Third, Premier Joy. Then it is St. Lad's Thriller in 4th. JM Jack of Hearts closes in on his nearest rival in 5th, followed by Priceless Beach with a break of 4 or 5, going back to Mock David and Mockin' a Trick. The half was hit in 56 and 2. They went 28 and 3 in that second quarter. And the leader is PL Idaho. Nickelbag, the winner of $1.2 million. The Warhorse Nickelbag is in second, as that 11-year-old is two lengths away with 5/8 to go. PL Idaho cutting it out. Now sliding out from third, Premier Joy. And then it is St. Lad's Thriller, followed by JM Jack of Hearts, Priceless Beach, and the final pair continue to be Mock David and turning for home, Mockin' a Trick. Into the stretch, off 3/4 of 125 and 4. It's PL Idaho. Premier Joy on the outside. Got underway on that far turn and is coming on. Some fumbly steps there at the inside for PL Idaho as Premier Joy takes the lead. Coming through between rival St. Lad's Thriller and Nickelbag's got some pace on the end of it as well. 3 across coming towards the line. Premier Joy on the outside will take it. St. Lad's Thriller was second, and then it was Nickelbag third, followed by JM Jack of Hearts 4th, 154 and 2. Qualifier number 6 is coming up next. Robert Shepard is going to drive number 6 Buttermilk Hanover. Field of 8, no other changes. Here's the field of pacing mares. Number 1 is Major League, 8-year-old mare trained by Ashley Hensley with Ed Hensley. 2 is Cousin Mary, 8-year-old mare trained by Jeffrey Williamson with Anthony Hahn. 3 is Sporty Tory. Gordon McKnight trains and drives his 5-year-old mare. 4 is the Bandit Queen. Isaac Waxman trains. Jonathan Drury drives the 5-year-old mare. 5 is Karma Sealster. The 4-year-old mare will be driven by Chris Matthews for Greg McNair. 6 is Buttermilk Hanover. 8-year-old mare driven by Robert Shepard for Melissa Lamoureux. 7 is Born a Dragon. 6-year-old mare trained by Jody Cullen with Travis Cullen driving. And number 8 is West Beach. This is a 5-year-old mare trained by Richard Moreau. Louis-Philippe Waugh is in the sulky. That's your field of 8 for qualifier number 6. Starting gate now rolling. Pacing mares for the 6th are lined up behind the starting gate. Swings into the stretch, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing and coming away at the inside. Major League going to her usual spot on the front. Getting away in second, that is the Bandit Queen. And at the inside, though, Sporty Tory is going to shoot through for that spot. Then it is Karma Sealster fourth. And getting away is Cousin Mary at the inside, as she'll also gain that spot and force Karma Sealster back one position as they go into that first turn. It is the Bandit Queen 6th. 7th is Born a Dragon, and the trailer 8th. That is Sporty Tory. The opening quarter was 27-1. I should say West Beach was at the rear of the field. So a 27-1 opener as Major League will cut it out. She's on front for Ed Hensley. In second is Sporty Tory. And right behind that one is the Bandit Queen in third. Tightening up from in fourth is Cousin Mary. 2 lengths break back to Karma Sealster in fifth. 6th is Buttermilk Hanover. 7th is Born a Dragon. And West Beach is in 8th. No movement in the second quarter as they follow Major League. Major League, who had 5 wins last year. She's 2 for 6 here in 2021. She is past the half in 57-1. 30 seconds in the second quarter for Major League. It's the 8-year-old in front. She's on top by a length and a half. Getting the 2-hole ride is Sporty Tory. The Bandit Queen is third. Karma Sealster, that 4-year-old in her season debut qualifier. She remains in fourth, or coming to the outside from fifth, I should say, behind Cousin Mary, who is fourth. Then it is Buttermilk Hanover, followed by Born a Dragon and West Beach. No movement. Now they'll start to come off the cones as they get to 3 quarters in 1:27. They've been following Major League all the way, and Major League will look to close it out. It's Major League on top. Sporty Tory. To the outside comes the Bandit Queen. She's got a target as she tries to rally up, but she's a few lengths away as Hensley calls upon Major League, and she leads it by a length and a half coming into deep stretch. She's got a little bit of a push here from the Bandit Queen, but she's up to her wheel. She might get a little bit closer, but she won't get any closer at the line. It's a 3/4 length score for Major League over the Bandit Queen. Then it was Cousin Mary. Karma Sealster up for fourth, and Sporty Tory fifth, 1:54-4. Qualifier 7 is coming up next. A couple of driver changes to pass along. Number 2, Dandy Idea. It'll be Robert Shepard. And number 6, Kiwi Focus. The driver will be Ryan DeRoche. Qualifier 7, starting gate, now moving. Here is the field. Number 1, Streakazana. It'll be Louis Philippe Waugh for trainer Pam Forgy. 2 is Dandy Idea, 4-year-old mare, being driven by Robert Shepard for Bob McIntosh. 3, Farm Girl Tough, 5-year-old mare, being driven by Tyler Moore for trainer Emma Christoforou. 4, Miss Twinklin's Jones, 9-year-old mare, being driven by Drew Neal for trainer Leslie Joyce. 5 is Miss Print, 8-year-old mare, sports writer mare, being trained and driven by Carol Voyer. 6 is Kiwi Focus, Ryan DeRoche for trainer Mark Goddard behind this 11-year-old mare. 7 is Queso Relleno. It'll be Austin Sorey behind this 4-year-old mare for trainer Blake McIntosh. Number 8 is scratched. And they're off and pacing. Misprint from the center is storming off the wings out to the early lead. Kiwi Focus also came away well. Those two flashing early speed, and they'll get away 1-2. Third is Miss Twinklin's Jones. Then it is Farm Girl Tough who gets away in fourth, followed by Queso Relleno, the rail starter Streakazana, and the trailer as they go into the first turn is Dandy Idea. Group of 7 coming to the opening quarter here, and the leader is Misprint. That opening panel was cut out in 28 seconds flat. Kiwi Focus follows in second, then in third. That is Miss Twinklin's Jones. Break of 3 lengths going back to Farm Girl Tough, who is in fourth, tracked by Queso Relleno in fifth. 6 is Streakazana, and then 2 lengths back to the trailer, Dandy Idea. So they'll tighten up here in the second quarter as they go into the wind, and the leader is Misprint. Carol Voyer has this one on the front as Kiwi Focus will follow in second, and Miss Twinklin's Jones is in third. They race to the half, and not a lot of speed here off a 28-second opener. They're past the half in a minute and a fifth. So that was 32-1 in the second quarter. Entering the far turn, and the tempo will certainly ramp up and ready to go out of the 2-hole. Kiwi Focus couldn't wait any longer, and here's Kiwi Focus now coming around and taking the lead. Misprint is now second. On the outside, Dandy Idea was last in the early going, and this one has now moved up into third, or I should say that is Queso Relleno has moved up on the outside into third. Inside fourth, Miss Twinklin's Jones. On the outside, Dandy Idea following the outside flow. 1:30-1 for 3 quarters. Off the turn and into the stretch, it's Kiwi Focus, the leader by a pair. Queso Relleno on the outside. Misprint at the inside, third. Dandy Idea up into fourth. Miss Twinklin's Jones between horses, fifth. 1/8 of a mile to go. Kiwi Focus and Queso Relleno. These two are battling now with a 16th remaining, and it's Queso Relleno on the outside, edging by. It'll be Queso Relleno to take it. Kiwi Focus was second. Miss Twinklin's Jones was third, and then Dandy Idea fourth. 1:57-4. We're now 7 qualifiers down here on this Saturday at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We will now take our intermission as we will break to allow the horses in today's second half of the qualifying session the opportunity to warm up. We will resume at 11:30 with qualifier 8, 15 in total on this Saturday. So after this break, we'll get things back going in about 50 minutes time, and it'll be qualifiers 8 through 15 to wrap up today's qualifiers here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Woodbine Mohawk Park as we are just wrapping up our intermission. As we are 7 qualifiers down, we still have qualifiers 8 through 15 remaining on this Saturday here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Horses for qualifier number 8 trickling out onto the track as we speak, and we will get things going with the remainder of today's session in just a few minutes. All right, qualifier number 8 is coming up in just a moment. One driver change here. Number 3, Ranger Hanover, make the driver Drew Neal. Starting gate will be moving into position in just a moment. Field of 8. Let's meet the field. Number 1, Strong Enough, a 6-year-old gelding trained and driven by Lauren House. 2, Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, is a 4-year-old gelding trained by Harry Polton with Chris Rogers driving. 3, Ranger Hanover, Sean Hyatt trains this 4-year-old gelding. Drew Neal will drive. 4, Dalion Up, 10-year-old gelding trained and driven by Carol Voyer. 5, Smoothest Cheddar is a 4-year-old trained by Jeffrey Williamson with Anthony Hahn driving. 6, Thunder Romps, 4-year-old gelding trained by Courtney Robson with Austin Sorey. 7 is Rockin' Twist, a 4-year-old gelding trained by Richard Moreau with Louis Philippe Bois. And number 8, Hello You, 6-year-old trained by Herb Holland. Gino Toscani is in the sulky. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Number 8, Hello You, getting up to the gate now. Field of 8 picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing from the outside. It's that outside trio of Thunder Romps, Rockin' Twist, and Hello You that are all flashing early speed. The quickest of them all is Hello You on the far outside. Getting away second, Thunder Rops. Then it is Rockin' Twist. Fourth is Smooth as Cheddar. From the Rail, Strong Enough gets away fifth. Followed by Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, Ranger Hanover, and Dally on up. It's a field of 8 going to the opening quarter, and it's a 2-length advantage up at the front here for Hello You. And this 6-year-old cuts out an opening quarter of 26-4. Big opening quarter here from Hello You as they swing into the backstretch. In second is Thunder Romps. Rockin' Twist is third. Fourth is Smooth as Cheddar. Then fifth is Strong Enough. And Strong Enough is on the move from fifth and is coming with a rush here in the second quarter. Sixth is Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. Ranger Hanover and Dally on up is at the rear of the field from fifth to first. Now taking the lead, this is Strong Enough and Lauren House, and they cleared a command at the half in 57-4. 31-second second quarter off that snappy opening quarter of 26-4. Obviously a little bit quicker there for Strong Enough, who made up about 6 lengths in that move from fifth to first. It is Strong Enough on top by a little more than a length and a half. Out from third now, here comes Thunder Romps. Now back in third, the early leader, Hello You. On the outside, Ranger Hanover is advancing, slipping off the cones. Getting out there was Rockin' Twist in front of Smooth as Cheddar, and 3 wide is Don't Believe Me, Just Watch. Past 3 quarters in 128-4. So the middle half was 102, another 31-second split. They are into the stretch, and it's Thunder Romps on the outside, looking to get by Strong Enough, who looks to battle back. Then at the inside, it is Rockin' Twist. Ranger Hanover far outside. Don't Believe Me, Just Watch is coming on. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Thunder Romps with a lead of about a length. At the cones, coming through is Rockin' Twist now up into second. Rockin' Twist coming with a push. Rockin' Twist trying to get Thunder Romps, but Thunder Romps will hold on. Rockin' Twist was second. Don't Believe Me, Just Watch on the outside third. 1:58. Qualifier 9 is up next. Horses making their way onto the track. Driver change here on number 8, Go 9-0. It'll be Travis Cullen. Travis Cullen will drive number 8, Go 9-0. Field of 9 for qualifier number 9. Just that one driver change of Travis Cullen on the 8, Go 9-0. Here's the field. 1 is Gambling Addiction, a 4-year-old gelding trained by Jeffrey Williamson with Jay Harris. 2, Brolick, 6-year-old trained and driven by Gino Toscani. 3, Pembroke Legacy, an 8-year-old gelding trained and driven by Lauren House. 4, Just a Bandit, 4-year-old gelding trained by Richard Moreau with Louis-Philippe Waugh. 5, Mission Bay, 4-year-old gelding trained by Matt Dupuis, Jonathan Drury drives. 6 is Lone Wolf Terror, 7-year-old gelding trained and driven by Steve Houdon. 7 is King of Broken Hearts, 6-year-old gelding trained by Frank Baker Jr. with Tyler Borth. 8 is Go 9-0, a 5-year-old gelding trained by Phil Price Jr. The driver is Travis Cullen. And number 9 is Cam's Lucky Sam, an 8-year-old gelding trained and driven by Carol Voyer. That's your field of 9 for qualifier number 9, as the starting gate is now in motion. Starting gate swings into the stretch. They're picking up speed. And they are underway, coming away well. That is Pembroke Legacy from the inside starting spot at the center. Mission Bay is storming away from the center and off to a nice beginning and will claim the early lead. It is Pembroke Legacy inside second. Voyer and Cam's Lucky Sam are forwardly placed. They're on the outside in third and then settling fourth. As they drive into the first turn, it'll be Just a Bandit in front of Gambling Addiction, who started at the rail. Lone Wolf Terror gets away mid-pack in front of Brolick, who is 7th. 8th is King of Broken Hearts, and 9th, Go 9-0. 29 seconds flat for the opening quarter, and they're into the backstretch. Mission Bay and Jonathan Drury lead it by 2 lengths. Racing in second, that is Cam's Lucky Sam. Third up the backside is Pembroke Legacy, a break of 2.5, going back to Just a Bandit in fourth. Fifth is Gambling Addiction, and to the outside, Lone Wolf Terror is going to do it on the outside now for this back half of the mile, as racing back in seventh is Brolick, 2 lengths then to King of Broken Hearts, and Go 9-0. The half was a minute even, 31 seconds, second quarter. Slipping out from third now, Pembroke Legacy looks to attack, and Pembroke Legacy is coming quickly now for Lauren House. Up to the leader's wheel as Mission Bay is fronting the field at 5/8. Starting to back away a little bit at the inside is Cam's Lucky Sam. Outside fourth, Lone Wolf Terror not really advancing at the moment. Inside of that one is Just a Bandit. Swinging to the outside, Brolick is going to tip 3 wide. Then it is Gambling Addiction, followed by King of Broken Hearts and Go 9-0. That 3/4 in 1:29 flat. They're into the stretch, and Mission Bay is the leader. 29-second third panel for the 4-year-old Mission Bay. Mission Bay on top. Pembroke Legacy now to the outside to take his bid. Well back then to Cam's Lucky Sam, followed by Just a Bandit. They're into the final 1/8 of the mile. It's a 2-horse breakaway, and it's going to be a battle down to the line. Mission Bay at the inside. On the outside, Pembroke Legacy is getting up and getting on by. Pembroke Legacy trying to reach, and will do that. It is Pembroke Legacy over Mission Bay. Very tight for everything else, as it was 4 across at the line for third. 1:57 flat. Qualifier number 10 coming up next. Driver change of number 2, Epic Proportion to Phil Houdon, and number 7, Old Buck to Jay Harris. Gate now starting to roll. 1 is Empty the Till, 7-year-old gelding trained by Rob Fellows with Des Tucour. 2 is Epic Proportion. Phil Houdon drives for trainer Sean Hyatt, this 4-year-old gelding. 3, Edam's Right Ready, 5-year-old trained by Jeffrey Williamson with Anthony Hahn. 4 is Scratched. 5 is Cullen Keefe, an 11-year-old trained and driven by Lauren House. 6, Mylan, 4-year-old gelding trained and driven by Gerard Demers. 7 is Old Buck. Jay Harris will drive for Terry Gallant behind this 8-year-old gelding. And number 8, Somewhere in Tuscany, a 5-year-old trained and driven by Gino Toscani. Gate swings into the stretch for the 10th. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Driving hard out of there is Cullen Keefe, right from the center of the gate. Storming out to the early lead. Inside, that is Edam's Right Ready. Outside of that one is Myland, followed by Somewhere in Tuscany on the outside. Epic Proportion at the inside is getting away in a spot that looks like it'll be 4th. Somewhere in Tuscany might get caught on the outside. Then it's Empty the Till. And Old Buck, 27-4 for that opening quarter, courtesy of Cullen Keefe, the veteran of this group, the 11-year-old, the leader through the opening quarter, but not going to be the leader for long. Looping around now is Edam's Right Ready, who takes over the top spot. Somewhere in Tuscany, never found a seat at the rail, and is moving up on the outside into 3rd. At the inside, it's Myland 4th, followed by Epic Proportion in 5th. Empty the Till is 6th, and 7th is Old Buck. They're coming up to the half, and it's a lead of a length and a half here for Edam's Right Ready at the half in 58-3. Cullen Keefe, the early leader, is 2nd. Somewhere in Tuscany continues to grind it out on the outside 3rd. Inside 4th is Myland. To the outside is Old Buck. That one might have to think 3 wide in a moment. Being followed on the outside by Empty the Till. And at the rail, Epic Proportion. They're heading towards 3/4. And it appears Somewhere in Tuscany found a little bit more on that outside spot uncovered. That one's up to within a length and a half. That carried Old Buck pretty wide off the turn, 128-3. Meanwhile, up at the lead, it's Edam's Right Ready. Out of the 2-hole now, Cullen Keefe wants the top spot back. So as they come to the 8th pole, it's Edam's Right Ready, Cullen Keefe. Now here comes Myland, who's splitting between horses. 16th to go. Edam's Right Ready with the lead. Cullen Keefe and Myland coming with a push on the end of it. Myland coming on the outside looking to get up, and at the line it's Myland. And very tight there with Edam's Right Ready. I'll call it Myland on the outside over Edam's Right Ready. Cullen Keefe was 3rd, 157-2. Up next is qualifier number 11. We've got a couple of scratches here. We are going to scratch number 3, Fastest Phelps, and number 4, Presto Score. So 5 through 9 all move in a couple of spots. The field, Modern Rider is the 1, a 4-year-old gelding trained by Richard Moreau with Louis-Philippe Roy. 2, Minetta's Free Flight, 5-year-old gelding trained by Leslie Joyce with Drew Neal. 3 and 4 out. 5, Luxless Bluegrass, 7-year-old gelding trained and driven by Preston Shaw. 6 is Holy Chip, a 12-year-old gelding trained by Mark Goddard with Ryan DeRoche. 7, Barossa Blue Jeans. This is an 8-year-old gelding trained by Bruce Goit with Robert Shepard. 8, Outlaw Gunpowder, a 10-year-old gelding trained by Jody Cullen with Travis Cullen. And number 9, Salzburg Kazan, a 4-year-old gelding trained and driven by J.R. Plant. Starting gate swings into the stretch. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Salzburg Kaizen is storming off the outside and going right out to the lead. Crosses over in front of Luxless Bluegrass, who is between rivals. Minetta's Free Flight holds ground at the rail. Getting away fourth is Holy Chip. On the outside is Barossa Blue Jeans. Then it is Modern Rider, and the early trailer is Outlaw Gunpowder. They're into the first turn. Salzburg Kaizen was ready to go, and after sprinting off the wings of the gate, leads by 1.5 lengths over Minetta's Free Flight, and then it's a 3-length break going back to Luxless Bluegrass. Opening quarter was 27 and 4. Group of 7 swings into the Mohawk backstretch, and the leader is Salzburg Kaizen. This 4-year-old gelding is on top for trainer-driver J.R. Plant, and is fronting the field by 1.5 lengths over Minetta's Free Flight. Racing in third, Luxless Bluegrass. Then fourth is Holy Chip. Fifth is Barossa Blue Jeans, who is followed by Modern Rider. And at the rear of the field, it's Outlaw Gunpowder. We get a little bit of movement out from fifth. Comes Barossa Blue Jeans, as the tempo was not a whole lot there in the second quarter as they were going into the wind. 59 and 2, your half-mile clocking. Salzburg Kaizen continues to lead it. Getting the 2-hole trip has been Minetta's Free Flight. First up, driving Barossa Blue Jeans is 1 3/4 lengths away as they go by 5/8. On cover was Modern Rider, who's into fourth. Inside fifth is Luxless Bluegrass, swinging to the outside, Holy Chip, and back down to the cones to Outlaw Gunpowder. 3 in, or I should say 4 in, and 3 out at 3/4 in 1:30 and 2. Off the turn and into the stretch. Salzburg Kaizen has been the leader since the word go. Barossa Blue Jeans has been grinding it out on that far turn and finds a little more in the straightaway. 1/8 of a mile remaining. Salzburg Kaizen, Barossa Blue Jeans. Here comes Modern Rider for Waugh. That one's making up some ground. Minetta's Free Flight at the inside, and on the outside, Holy Chip. Edge of the tote board. Salzburg Kaizen with a short advantage. Modern Rider looking to time it perfectly, and does just that. It's Modern Rider over Salzburg Kaizen, and Holy Chip was third. 1:58 and 4. Getting set for qualifier number 12. Tyler Moore will drive number 1, Love My Rockin' Bird. That's the only change here in the 12th. Let's meet the field. Love My Rockin' Bird is number 1. This 4-year-old gelding is trained by Scott McEnany. The driver, Tyler Moore. 2, Kissin' by the Beaches. 4-year-old gelding trained by Mark Goddard with Ryan DeRoche. 3 is Joe King, a 5-year-old gelding trained by Phil Price. Chris Christopher drives. 4 is Captain Ray. Gerard Demers trains and drives this 4-year-old gelding. 5, Shootin' Straight. 6-year-old gelding trained by Catherine Flanagan with Dr. John Flanagan driving. 6 is Quizzer, a 4-year-old gelding trained by Julie Robinson with Larry Small. 7, First Class Horse is a 9-year-old trained by Scott West with Phil Houdon. 8, Woodmere Rollin' Pop, 4-year-old gelding trained by Kyle Fellows with Des Tukur. And number 9 is Calgary Sealster, 13-year-old is trained and driven by Carol Voyer. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Pacers are picking up speed, and here they come. Off stride is number 6, Quizzer, before the start. The rest of them are off and pacing. And it is Woodmere Rollin' Pop who's going to roll out to the top. Joe King is protecting positioning there and is going to get Captain Ray to settle into a 3-hole. Then it is Love My Rockin' Bird who gets away in 4th. Calgary Sealster is on the outside looking for a seat, trying to drop in front of Shootin' Straight. Then it is First Class Horse, who is followed by Kissin' by the Beaches. And after that break at the beginning, Quizzer is with the main pack, but still having some issues. Small tries to keep that one together. 28-3 for the opening quarter. Here on the outside is Captain Ray moving up towards the lead, trying to overtake the top spot from Joe King. Woodmere Rollin' Pop is 3rd. 4th is Love My Rockin' Bird. 2 lengths going back to Calgary Sealster in 5th. Then it is Shooting Straight, First Class Horse. The adventure continues for Quizzer on the outside, who is 8th. And 9th is Kissin' by the Beaches, that one making his qualifying debut. The half 59 and 4. And on the outside, Captain Ray was not getting around Joe King there. So Joe King maintains the lead. It's a short advantage of about a head. Captain Ray on the outside. So these two will duel past 5/8. Woodmere Rollin' Pop is following in 3rd and watching the battle. Then in 4th is Love My Rockin' Bird. Break of about 5 lengths now going back to Calgary Sealster. On the outside is Shooting Straight. Inside First Class Horse. Quizzer. And the final one, Kissin' by the Beaches. 3/4, 130. They're into the stretch. We'll see what Joe King has left. Captain Ray was battling with that one on the outside, and Love My Rockin' Bird is looking to take advantage on the outside for Moore. Love My Rockin' Bird comes on by and takes the lead. It's Love My Rockin' Bird. Captain Ray at the inside, Joe King, and now finishing up well, Woodmere Rollin' Pop. It'll be Love My Rockin' Bird to take it by half a length. Woodmere Rollin' Pop was 2nd. 3rd went to First Class Horse, who was coming on over Captain Ray 4th, 158 and 2. Here we go for qualifier 13. Mike Saftik drives number 1, Kaylee's Reel. For trainer Melissa Lamoureux, that's a 5-year-old mare. 2 is Mocking Mary, a 4-year-old mare. Jay Harris for trainer Jeffrey Williamson. 3 is PL Lightning, a 6-year-old mare. Austin Sorry for trainer Mitch Tierney. 4 is Catch an Ace, 6-year-old mare trained by Rachel Andrew with Travis Cullen. 5, Watch Me Dance. Chris Rogers drives his 4-year-old mare. He's also the trainer. 6, Smoke and Reactor. J.R. Plant trains and drives the 7-year-old. Number 7, Fernhill Bella. Louis-Philippe Waugh driving the 7-year-old mare for Richard Moreau. 8 is out. And number 9, Nyothos. That is a 6-year-old mare. Trainer drivers Preston Shaw. So they're off in pacing here in the 13th, and out to the lead is Smoke and Reactor. Catch an Ace gets away in second. Third is Fernhill Bella. Into the first turn, Mocking Mary got away fourth. Then in fifth, that is PL Lightning. Situated sixth is Kaylee's Reel. And then it's 2 lengths back to Watch Me Dance. And Anthos is the trailer, 28-4 for the opening quarter. That was courtesy of Smoke and Reactor. Smoke and Reactor, who racing into the shutdown, was red hot with 3 wins in her last 4. She's the leader going up the backstretch. Second is Catch an Ace. Then racing in third is Fernhill Bella. On the outside, up into fourth is PL Lightning, ahead of Mocking Mary fifth with a break of 4 lengths back to Kaylee's Reel. Another 2 lengths then to Watch Me Dance. And Anthos is the trailer. As they went by the half in 59-1, it's a 1.5 length advantage for Smoke and Reactor. Smoke and Reactor whip over the back of that one with 5/8 now complete. Catch an Ace is tracking in second. Third continues to be Fernhill Bella. On the outside, Kaylee's Reel. Inside fifth is PL Lightning as they hit 3/4 in 1:29 flat. That was 29-4 in the third quarter, off the turn and into the stretch. Smoke and Reactor continues to lead. In behind second is Catch an Ace, and these two break away from the rest of them. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Smoke and Reactor still with the lead. Catch an Ace will just follow right in behind at the edge of the tote board. One last slap of the wheel disc for Smoke and Reactor to take it. Catch an Ace was second. Third went to Kaylee's Reel, and fourth was Fernhill Bella. 1:56 flat, 27 seconds home for Smoke and Reactor. Up next, qualifier 14. Here's the field. Number 1, Itty Bitty, a 7-year-old mare, trained by Carmen Osceola with Jonathan Drury. 2 is Vines to Heaven, 6-year-old mare, trained by Richard Moreau with Louis Philippe Waugh. No, it'll be Austin Sorey driving the 2 Vines to Heaven. 3, Miss Brampton Beast, 4-year-old mare, trained by Jason McGinnis with Chris Rogers. Number 4 is Scratch. Number 5, Miss Rockadally, 6-year-old mare trained by Herb Holland with Gino Toscani. 6, Baby Got Back, is a 4-year-old mare trained by Tony O'Sullivan with Chris Christopher in the bike. 7, Naughty Lady B, a 9-year-old mare trained by David Frey with Travis Cullen driving. And number 8, Big Myrtle, 4-year-old mare trained by Chantel Mitchell. Louis Philippe Waugh is in the sulky. Scratch down to a field of 7. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. Naughty Lady B is firing out of there, but so too is Miss Rockadally. She's pointed to the lead in the early going, and she will strike the front. It is Miss Rockadally in front of Naughty Lady B. Getting away in 3rd is Itty Bitty. Then 4th is Vines to Heaven, followed by Miss Brampton Beast. Driving into the turn, the final 2, Big Myrtle and Baby Got Back. Opening quarter is up on the board in 28-2, and it's Miss Rockadally who's going to cut it out. Naughty Lady B in 2nd, and Itty Bitty races 3rd. 4th is Vines to Heaven, Miss Brampton Beast, Big Myrtle, and Baby Got Back. So this group of 7, the pacing mares, are working their way up the Woodbine Mohawk Park backstretch into a wind, with Miss Rockadally cutting the mile. She leads by a length and a half. In 2nd is Naughty Lady B. 3rd is Itty Bitty. Vines to Heaven, Miss Brampton Beast, Big Myrtle is ready to get going, and Baby Got Back will likely follow. 1 minute, 2/5, your half-mile clocking. 32 seconds, second quarter into the wind, and now they drive into the far turn. Out from 3rd, Itty Bitty, up to confront Miss Rockadally. Naughty Lady B has been getting the 2-hole ride. Vines to Heaven will also follow. Miss Brampton Beast is inside 5th. Big Myrtle is on the outside. And then to break a 3 or 4 back to the trailer, Baby Got Back. And on the outside now, we've got a new leader as Itty Bitty gets by Miss Rockadally at 3/4 in 1:29-2. 29-second third quarter into the stretch, and it's Itty Bitty now the leader. On the outside, here comes Vines to Heaven. Vines to Heaven is a length and a half away, trying to get up on even terms with Itty Bitty. But it's the 7-year-old Itty Bitty with the lead as they come into the final 16th. Vines to Heaven coming on late. Now Naughty Lady B looking to split between rivals. Coming down to the line, it is Itty Bitty to take it over Vines to Heaven. Then it was Naughty Lady B. Big Myrtle got 4th, 1:57-4. Qualifier 15 is up next. It is the final qualifier on this Saturday, May 29th here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. One driver change. All Eyes on Me will be driven by Louis-Philippe Bois. A reminder, qualifiers will resume next week on Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. 3 days of qualifiers expected next week as well. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 9:30 a.m. post time all 3 days. The entry box for qualifiers will close this Monday at noon. Qualifiers to enter, that box will close Monday at noon, and the entries will be released the following day, that on Tuesday. For the latest updates and information regarding all things Woodbine Entertainment, and specifically here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, follow us at Woodbine SB on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Head to our website, woodbinemohawkpark.com, for all the latest information. As the starting gate begins to roll, let's meet the field for the finale. 1 is Vintage Way, Chris Matthews driving for trainer Greg McNair behind this 5-year-old mare. 2 is Hannah on the Verge, 4-year-old mare trained by Mark Winnicott with Drew Neal. 3 is Mystical Moon, a 7-year-old mare trained and driven by Wayne Dunn. 4, Premier Delaney. It's a 4-year-old mare trained by Bob Young with Scott Young driving. 5, All Eyes on Me, 4-year-old mare trained by Tony O'Sullivan with Louis-Philippe Bois driving. 6 is Joe's Beauty, a 4-year-old mare, trainer-driver Sean Stacy. 7, Rose Run Vigilant, J.R. Plant's the trainer-driver of this 4-year-old mare. And 8, Rockin' with Custard, a 4-year-old mare trained by Herb Holland with Gino Toscani driving. Field of 8 to wrap things up on this Saturday here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Thanks for making this part of your day. Hope you have a great weekend. Time to conclude today's qualifying session. And they're off in pacing. Rose Run Vigilant is trying to come from the outside in the center. Premier Delaney, she is storming out of there, and she sprints out well and strikes the early lead. Rose Run Vigilant will want to drop in second in front of Mystical Moon in third. On the outside, All Eyes on Me, and at the inside, it is Vintage Way. Following that rival as they go into the first turn is Hannah on the Verge, and then it is Joe's Beauty who got away 7th, and 8th is Rockin' with Custard. The opening quarter is on the board in 27 and 4. That was courtesy of Premier Delaney, and now here comes Louis-Philippe Bois with All Eyes on Me, and All Eyes on Me is up to take the lead. So this 4-year-old mare paces strongly to the top as they go into that wind, and she's on top by a couple of lengths. Premier Delaney is in second. Rose Run Vigilant is in third. Then it's 2 lengths going back as they race up the backside to Hannah on the Verge. Back to Vintage Way as they went past the half in 57 and 3. So they go into the far turn, and the leader is All Eyes on Me by a pair. Premier Delaney in second. Racing third, Rose Run Vigilant. 4th is Mystical Moon. Then it's a break back to the other 4, so almost 2 races developing out here. Vintage Way is racing in 5th. On the outside, it's Rockin' with Custard into 6th. 7th is Hannah on the Verge. And the trailer, that is Joe's Beauty. 3-quarter time, 1:26 and 1, 28 and 3 third quarter. After they hit the half in 57 and 3, they're into the stretch. All Eyes on Me is the leader by a couple of lengths. Back in second, Premier Delaney. They've got quite a bit of separation on the rest of them. Rose Run Vigilant is in third, and 4th is Mystical Moon. 16th of a mile remaining. All Eyes on Me made that second quarter move to the top, trying to close this one out. Premier Delaney looking to time it at the end, and she surges on by to win it. It'll be Premier Delaney to get it. Over All Eyes on Me, getting third was Mystical Moon. Over Rose Run Vigilant 4th, 1:54 flat. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for tuning in here today for our qualifiers at Woodbine Mohawk Park. A reminder, we're back at it on Thursday, June 3rd. First race, or first qualifying time will be at 9:30. WoodbineMohawkPark.com is where you can get all the information. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy this Saturday, and we'll talk to you next week. For everybody at Woodbine Entertainment, this is Mark McKelvey wishing you a good afternoon.